Morning, happy Thursday. It's Friday Eve, y'all. Headed to work, and I just wanted to come on, and I was just really baffled yesterday. I was cleaning out my office, and I was going to our back trash area, and the lady said, did you see what was going on? And I was like, no, what? Because honestly, I hadn't been keeping up with too much of the news, because some of it had me kind of, I don't know. I like peace, and when there's disharmony, sometimes I just back away. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's one of my coping mechanisms. If I'm going through something, I'm usually in a place where I'm to myself. You know what I'm saying? That part of me makes me an introvert, because when I'm going through things, I don't want to burden anybody else. And I think my sister and I was talking about that. She's the same way. But anyway, I didn't get my cell phone service sucks in my office, and then my computer crashed before Christmas, so I wasn't able to actually look at what was going on. But when I got a chance to get home, and all I thought about is, my God, the children are watching. That was what I thought about. I didn't think about myself. I wasn't really afraid for any of the congressmen, the people in office, because I just knew that they would be protected. But my concern was the children. Kids right now are going through a lot. And I look at myself as an adult, and when I deal with things, how I clam up, and I deal with things inwardly, and I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm probably going to end up getting counseling. I talked about it plenty of times. I just never did go. But, we already talk about children, and my hats go out to Representative John Kennedy, Congressman Kennedy. He has legislation passed that on the back of your college ID cards is information about suicide and things like that, places that you can call or contact for assistance. So we got that going on. At the same time, we look up and see all that disruption in what should have been a ceremony. I was dumbfounded. I was like, we agree to disagree, but like we were taught, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we have enough disruption in the world with things that we can't control. So things that we can control, we need to do a little bit better with it. But that was like a forewarning that something would happen at this magnitude, because a lot of things that happen that happens that they keep hidden, and for security reasons and stuff like that. And I understand, if you haven't ever been in a managerial role and you're responsible for protecting people, protecting a business, there are going to be some things you will never understand, because you're not privy to information like that. So I know I'm not. But what I'm talking about is, and the reason why I'm saying it, I'm all over the place, y'all may not understand what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, there are things that I'm sure the FBI has been dealing with involving this. And, just like the guy that they said that detonated that bomb that caused that explosion in Nashville, there had been complaints that he may do something. But think about it, they get complaints. I'm sure they probably get thousands a day, and, you got to prioritize, and then sometimes the one you put all that effort to is just not come to fruition. It's crazy how it works, but I understand all that. But what I am actually saying is, I'm all over the place, y'all, is it's a lot of things that they were probably dealing with that we're not even privy to. And so when we talk about how they handle things, we'll have opinions, but unless you have all the facts, you really can't make intelligent decisions. That's why a lot of times our perception is our reality. So what we see is what we have to base our decisions on, which may or may not always be all the facts or whatever. It's crazy. I may be sounding like I'm rambling. I know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm getting it across to y'all though. But you're gonna, in a managerial role is what I'm talking about, you have access to information a lot of people don't. I'm sorry. You have access to information that a lot of people don't. And you have to decide what you're going to act on, what you're not. You know, it's like sorting. I see a blue light. Is he pulling somebody over? What is he doing? It's just, I don't know. That's why I had stopped looking at the news. And then when I went, I got depressed all over again. You know, and then that, to compromise the security of our nation's capital, that's kind of scary if you're thinking about terrorism and stuff like that. And this is domestic. I'm talking about foreign. I mean, it's crazy. It is really crazy. Nothing is going to ever be solved by and what I call a criminal protest. I'm sorry for the lives lost, but it's just, you know, somebody somewhere waking up where their loved one has been killed at the Capitol. Now, was that person a protester? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know all the particulars about it, but I'm just saying, y'all, it's crazy. Where is the love? That's what I keep talking about, man. People, I'm just different. And you know, even in situations that are uncomfortable for me, I always try to be that peace. You know what I'm saying? In any type of situation. You know, I saw on Facebook that one time there was this lady, she said, I shared it, and then my sister-in-law said, it's my life every day. But I remember it said, I smile at people who I know have talked about, or something like that. But you know what? And I keep telling people this. You're not going to be judged for what people have done to you. It's going to be, you're going to be judged for what you've done. And you know, like I keep saying, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day, but I'm just trying to do better. And 55 years of life has taught me that, you know, for you don't have to react to everything. You know, you don't have to react to everything. If a person is cruel or does something that you don't like, sometimes, you know, the bigger person just walks away. Yeah, because you know, one thing I'm not gonna ever do is make myself look crazy. I'm not. You know, I heard people say, "Oh, if they do me something, I'm gonna tell them off. I'm gonna go off." But what that's gonna solve? What is that gonna solve? I don't know. I just see things differently. I guess that's with age and experience, the type of work I'm in. You know, having to resolve conflicts and stuff. It gives you a different perspective on life, not just for the job, but for you in your personal life as well. You know, sometimes the better person is the person who walks away. It is. A lot of times people think if you walk away, you're a coward. Let me tell you though. Say for instance, you're in a situation where, like in one instance, we had a young lady. There was an altercation between her and someone else, and she ended up going to confront that person. I can't remember. It's been years ago, and she ended up dead. But what did that solve? I think she had a baby. So now the baby's being raised by somebody else. She's gone and over a confrontation. You know, sometimes it's just best to. My philosophy on everything in life is let God handle it. Because when He do it, it's done. We can try to do it ourselves, but until He's in the midst, baby, it's just gonna be confusion. So I don't know. I guess we got to. Kids need to see grown-ups acting with some form of decency and order. You know, and that's how the Lord like things done decent and in order. And then we're gonna take the capital and turn it into something like that. Man, I was just that saddened me. That saddened me. It really did. But we could just pray and teach our children better. My friend told me, and I'll never forget it, she said, you give your kids Jesus, let them know who Jesus is, provide them with an education, and get them social skills. And that way they'll be able to thrive and be productive members of society. That's important. That's important. You don't want to just raise your children and they think anything, they can do anything and it's acceptable. No, it's not. There are boundaries. Let me get a large unsweet tea, extra ice. Yeah, but that's what God. I love people, and I guess because I worked in retail so long, I do. I love helping people, and even here, if there's any question that you have, you could my email address. I'm gonna list it in my description. I'm gonna change my description up, but a lot of times, for some people, YouTube is a career. That's how they survive and everything. But for me, it's like a hobby, and it's like a sense. I'm telling y'all, it's like therapy for me because, sometimes when you're dealing with things and you could just get one comment that brighten your day. And I'm sure a lot of people that get a lot of negative comments, the thing about it is you have to be honest with yourself and true to who you are. And, if somebody don't like something I did or something I said, and I came from a good place, well, then that's just us having a disagreement. But if I'm being conniving, condescending, manipulative, and just here for gain, then yeah, what they say may actually be something that I need to hear. Because let me tell you something. Everything you need to learn is not going to come from somebody that loves you. It's not. Sometimes people that love you are just going to tell you what you want to hear. Is unfortunate, but it's the truth. Because they don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever. Sometimes the best advice you're going to get is going to be from an adversary. I'm telling y'all. That's why you got to learn to be open to criticism. And I had to learn that. I've had some people say some cruel things to me. I didn't take it personal, though. Because how you feel has nothing to do with me. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. My camera look a little better today. I can't really see myself, but the lighting is better. Looks like. And it's really cloudy today here in Louisiana. Let me see. But I think it may be because I got this open. Yeah, that helps some. It does. But yeah, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that it's all love here. If you feeling down and you want to talk to somebody, and that's why I said this year I want to do something to give back in a way that, because see, people think that money solves all problems. It don't. It helps, but sometimes some of the richest people are the most unhappy, most troubled. And so it's just, I don't know. I think my purpose is to help people, is to encourage, is to inspire. I'm not a multimillionaire. I'm not even a millionaire. But I just strive to do things to make life better for people. I see people walking down the street, and some of the guys you see, they can hardly walk because the soles of their shoes is about to fall off. And then you see people with closets of clothes and shoes that they'll never wear. And I'm like, and that's anybody prerogative. You can do what you want with your money. That's not. But I'm just saying, I just want to be that person to put a smile on people's face, because so many people are hurting. Like, I never forget, I was at this place and I noticed this young man, and now I ain't gonna get into that. Well, y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know what has happened at. But I noticed that the shoes he had on, the bottom of them was falling off. And he was at his work. And when I saw that, I was like, no. I went home that day and I told my son, I said, go in there. Do you have any shoes that don't fit? No, I think I asked a young man what size shoes did he wear. He was working though. And the next time I came to that establishment, I gave him a pair of my son's shoes. They were not brand new. But he had only worn them a few times. Our son, he I told y'all he has autism, but he's not one of those kids that harps on clothes and shoes and stuff like that. Now, he dresses nice and neat. That's one thing I can say. My mama always raised us. Sometimes you can't help being poor, but there's no excuse for being nasty, because soap and water clean anything. So I always kept my kids clean, neat. My daughters, I used to keep their hair done, barrettes, bows, ribbons, all that stuff. But the thing about it is, I remember this preacher, he said, I'm all over the place. But I just wanted to talk. I remember this preacher, he said, you know, your kids go out of the house, they're a representative of you. If you married, your husband is a representative of you. The woman is the CEO of the household. We have a huge responsibility. You know, we do as mothers, you know, well, as parents in general, but specifically the mothers, because we carry their child, you know, and we have that bond, you know, and so a child will come to the mother, most children, before they come to the dad. In certain situations, it may be different, but it's just, I don't know, yeah. I just want the world to be a better place. I want every child to wake up every morning knowing that they are loved, they are cared for, and you know. And then another thing I want to talk about is, if you're going to put your family on social media, especially little children. I remember this guy was saying, who was that told me that said, the child said you put them in the environment, but you didn't give them anything to fight with. Always keep your kid, listen, okay, for a child to thrive, my mom used to say this, get that child up every morning and feed them, make them brush their teeth and stuff, you know, personal hygiene, get them up, feed them breakfast, you know, let them to get morning prayers, give them their breakfast, give them a nice warm bath, do their hair, you know, and they set for the day, and that's how children thrive. But you know, you got your kids on social media, they hair not combed, they're in their underclothes. That's inappropriate. Listen, when you on social media, I told y'all, since I had them braces, sometimes I had that gap, sometimes some words don't come out right. But if you're on social media, when you turn on your camera, it's like somebody in your house. So, you know, have your kids presentable. Yourself too. Like, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I might be looking well, I try not to. But you know, you may have a bad hair day or something. That's not what I'm saying. But the kids are innocent. So even though that may be going on for you, make sure they look presentable. Because let me tell you, the world is cruel. It is. I don't know how much it's going to be. She didn't tell me. And you know, hey, how you doing? It be like that sometime. I know.
I'm gonna just tell everybody good though.
Yeah.
We're on a different level. Sorry about that, Wade.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. No, I just drink it like that. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. I hope you get better. Yeah, y'all. You know, oh no, it's just sometimes people be going through so much. My daughter was telling me, my daughter has a heart like mine. I'm gonna tell you, my daughter's a sweeter person than me though, cause she have done things. I'm like, have you lost your mind to help people? But she learned that she got that spirit from me. But she was telling me about this before she had my grandson, that there was a lady that worked with her. She found out the lady was homeless. And she told the girl, she said, hey, she say, if you want, she say, I have a 1-bedroom, she said, but you can, this was before the pandemic and all that stuff. You can come stay with me and sleep on my sofa. You know what? She said, you the last to find out I was homeless, but the first to offer me a place to stay. She said, thank you. She said, but I do have something in the works. And like I told my daughter, yeah, she said, I told her, I said, you're like me and we want to help. I said, but sometimes you got to be careful the type of situations you put yourself into, because You know, sometimes you move somebody in your house and it's hard as hell to get them out. You know, but I don't know, y'all. I don't have all the answers, but I be sitting around thinking, I said, the Lord ever bless me, I'm gonna bless somebody else. I be thinking of the people that I can help when I'm blessed. You know, if I get blessed. I know I won't be able to help everybody, but if I can make a big difference for one or two, I'll be satisfied. I will. Because that's just, my spirit is like that. I miss on the third Saturday we used to feed. And, I'm not just going to throw nothing together. I try to cook like I cook in my own house. I will go to 4 and 5 different stores to see what I can find cheap, the good cheap stuff. Yeah. That's just the way I care about people. I want to treat people the way I want to be treated. I don't want you to give me the I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. I'm rambling. Probably won't get very many views, but I don't care. Because if I help one person, this young lady, a beautiful young lady, she made my day. She told me, I was reading my comments yesterday, and she said, I came here looking for a recipe. She said, I got so much more. I'm so glad I found you. That made my day. If I told y'all, if YouTube don't give me a dime, I'm going to continue to do this because I just feel like I can help people. That person who needs some direction, needs some guidance. A young lady that doesn't have her parents and want to ask somebody's opinion about something, or what would I recommend? I want to be that person for people, and I don't expect anything in return. Nothing. If I get on here sad and which I try not to get on like that, but if I get on here sad and whatever, there is no underlying meaning. I'm not trying to get you to go fund me anything or PayPal me anything. No, I get up every day and I go to work, and I do what I need to do to survive. That's not what I'm here for. I am monetized. I am a YouTube partner and all that, but that didn't bring me here. For a long time, I subscribed to YouTube. All I would do was watch videos, and then I was like, you know what? I like to cook. Somebody might like my ideas, and a lot of people like my food and like my recipes and stuff. So I said, you know what? And my pastor even told me, girl, you just open up a restaurant. But if I can't do it 100%, I want, just like this. Sometimes I don't want to do it because the quality and everything is not like I want it to be. But I was looking at this young man, and he was saying, you know what? Even if your quality is not good, he say it's quantity right now over quality. And so that's what I'm doing. This is not a full-time job for me. It's a hobby. It's my way. It's my purpose to help people. I know that. And so I'm not worried about the monetary gain. You understand what I'm saying? If I don't get a check from YouTube, all my bills will still be paid with God's help and my ability to go to work. Yeah, I know now that the way this look depends on the angle, your background light. And it's kind of cloudy here now, but that's fine. Like I said, I want to come on here. I want to encourage somebody. You having a hard time. You don't know how you're going to make ends meet. You've been laid out from your job. You feel like you're down on your luck. Listen, God is always there, no matter what you're going through. But you know what? Every day, get up, get dressed, be positive. And like I told my son, every day, whatever it is you're seeking, work towards it. Set goals for yourself. If you're on a job you're unsatisfied with, go back to school and get your, some education. Right now, you can do it online. There's so many opportunities for young kids that we didn't have. You understand what I'm saying? Back in the day, I'll go around him. Back in the day, if you didn't have a car, you couldn't go to school. But guess what? Oh, Lord. That's not a problem now. All you got to do is get you a computer. And, when you first get started, if you don't have money, just get you a loan. For that one time, get you a loan. Get you a loan and get you a computer. Take you some classes. I've said this before, and I wish somebody would have told me. If you qualify for governmental assistance, go ahead and get it. I'm not saying use it as your means of living for life, but just use it as a crutch. Right now, there are programs in the States where if you've been laid out because of COVID, they'll help you find jobs. They'll help you find jobs. There's some type of grant that they have. Go and find out about that. You know what? And everything that happens to you is not bad. Maybe because of the pandemic, you're very, very intelligent. You don't have enough confidence in yourself, but it's some things that you want to do. Like those young ladies who were off on that government furlough. Remember, they started that baking business. Sometimes setbacks are setups for us to move forward.